What if every single step you took to save someone was the very thing destroying you? I mean, really think about that. That's the brutal idea at the heart of the legend from Castle of Heart Retold. So today, let's break down this dark tale of a cursed knight, a captured priestess, and a quest that seems completely doomed from the start.
Right off the bat, the legend hits us with this line. And notice, it doesn't just say an evil wizard or a sorcerer. No, it says a servant of the black god. That immediately kicks things up a notch, right? We're not just dealing with some rogue villain. This is an agent of a much bigger, almost divine evil. The stakes are already sky high.
So, how did everything go so wrong? You know, every great legend has that one catastrophic moment, that one event that just shatters the world and forges a hero out of the rubble. Let's take a look at that exact moment.
Here they are, our main players. On one side, you've got the aggressor, the servant of a dark power, and on the other, the last priestess. Now that word, last, is so important. It tells you she's the final beacon of hope, the last spark of some sacred power. So her capture isn't just an evil act, it's a direct attempt to snuff out that hope for good.
The villain's victory is just devastating. He doesn't just capture the priestess. Oh no, in an act of pure, calculated cruelty, he curses her protector, this noble warrior, and turns him to stone. It wasn't enough to win. He had to make his enemies watch, completely powerless. The stage is set, and our heroes are utterly broken.
But here's the thing. That stone warrior doesn't stay a statue. And this is where the legend introduces its most incredible twist. This is our hero's fatal flaw, where his greatest strength is tied directly to his biggest weakness.
Okay, so check out the brutal nature of this curse. He's brought back to life, sure, but it's a trap. With every single movement, every step, every punch, his stone body crumbles away. He's caught in this horrible paradox. To live, he has to move, but moving is what's killing him. His own body has become a ticking clock.
This line just perfectly captures that tension. Can you imagine that? Every step you take, every sword you swing, brings you that much closer to just shattering into a million pieces. It completely changes a standard heroic quest into a desperate, frantic race against self-destruction.
And this is the central question of the entire story, isn't it? How in the world are you supposed to save someone else when the very act of trying to reach them will literally turn you to dust? It's a perfect narrative trap, and there's no obvious way out.
So what's a crumbling stone warrior supposed to do? Well, he fights back. He sets off on this impossible quest, pushing forward against all odds to find a cure before he just disintegrates.
And look at the journey ahead of him. This is no straight shot. He's got to fight his way through entire legions of soldiers, survive ancient swamps dripping with old magic, climb treacherous frozen mountains, and that's all before he can even get to the villain's doorstep. Every single stage is practically designed to wear him down and make him crumble faster. And as if the terrain wasn't bad enough, these lands are just crawling with monsters and corrupted by dark magic. So on top of his race against the curse, every single step is a battle for survival.
But here's the thing. Even though his body is failing him, our hero is still a warrior. So let's flip the coin and look at the other side. Not his weakness, but the incredible strength and skill he still has.
Even as he's falling apart, this guy is a machine. He's got the classic arsenal, your sword, mace, spear, but then look at that last one, arcane arms. Now that tells us something, doesn't it? He's not just some brute. He can wield magic or enchanted weapons, which makes him a much more versatile and dangerous threat to the sorcerer's forces.
And this really gets to the core of our hero. His body might be breaking, but his spirit is absolutely unbreakable. He's a righteous warrior, driven by a will that's so strong it's practically holding his crumbling body together. He just refuses to be stopped.
So this all leads us to the climax of the legend. This isn't just a journey, it's a frantic race against time, a race against turning into dust. The ultimate stakes are finally laid bare.
When you boil it all down, his quest comes down to these three goals. And here's the kicker, they're all connected. He can't save the priestess without shattering the curse, and he can't shatter the curse without defeating the evil sorcerer who cast it in the first place. It's like a chain that has to be broken right at the source. It's all or nothing.
And just to ground this epic quest in something really personal and emotional, we get to hear the priestess's plea. "Save me. Please stand." And that's just heartbreaking, because for him, the simple act of standing and fighting is the very thing that's killing him. It's a haunting little reminder of exactly what's at stake.
And so, the legend leaves us with this one final haunting question. Can he shatter the curse before he shatters himself? It's a race between his will and his own decay. A battle fought not just against monsters, but against every single step he takes. And I guess the answer lies somewhere inside the Castle of Heart.